Ever wonder why your cat perks up when you say treat but completely ignores you when you tell them to get off the counter? Turns out cats do understand certain words, but unlike dogs, they decide whether responding is worth their time. According to a 2019 study from the University of Tokyo, cats recognize and distinguish human words even when spoken by strangers. Unlike dogs who are wired to obey, cats are independent thinkers who process words differently. Instead of reacting to commands, they associate words with experiences. If a word consistently leads to food, affection, or fun, your cat will remember it. Now, let's break down 7 words your cat actually understands, and how you can use them to communicate better with your feline friend. Number 1, their name. Your cat may act aloof, but they definitely recognize their own name. A study published in Scientific Reports found that cats respond to their names by flicking their ears, turning their heads, or twitching their tails, regardless of who says it. However, unlike dogs, cats don't see their name as a call to action. Instead, they view it as an attention cue. Whether they choose to acknowledge you depends on their mood and what they expect to happen next. Want to improve their response? Try saying their name in a soft, high-pitched voice, like the way we naturally talk to babies. Cats are more likely to engage when they associate their name with a positive outcome, such as food or playtime. Number 2. Food-related words. If your cat instantly appears when they hear treat or dinner, that's not a coincidence. It's conditioning. Cats quickly link specific sounds to rewards, which is why words like eat, food, or snack trigger an immediate reaction. But here's what's even cooler. Some cats recognize not just words, but also the sound of food packaging. If you've ever tried to open a bag of chips quietly, only to have your cat come running, you know exactly what we're talking about. Number 3, the word no. Believe it or not, cats do understand no. They recognize the tone and associate it with disapproval. But here's the catch. They simply don't care, at least not in the way dogs do. Cats don't obey commands out of social obligation. Instead, they weigh the consequences and decide if stopping the behavior is in their best interest. This explains why your cat might pause when you say no, only to continue doing whatever they were doing seconds later. Want to make no more effective? Instead of just saying it, redirect their attention to something they're allowed to do. If you offer a more rewarding alternative, like a toy or a treat, your cat is more likely to listen. Number 4, come here. Unlike dogs, who instinctively respond to recall commands, cats need motivation. They're like tiny freelancers. They won't work unless there's a good reason. Studies have found that cats can learn to come when called with up to 80% reliability, but only if the phrase is positively reinforced. If come here is always followed by something pleasant, like treats, dinner, or cuddles, your cat will be more likely to respond. On the flip side, if you only use come here when it's time for a vet visit or a bath, don't be surprised if they pretend not to hear you. Number 5, outside, go out. If your cat loves the outdoors, they likely recognize words related to going outside. Whether you say outside walk or go out, many cats respond with excited tail flicks, meows, or even running toward the door. This works especially well for cats who are leash trained or accustomed to supervised outdoor time. If your cat reacts to these words, it's a sign they've linked the phrase with the activity. Number 6, toy. Play cats are natural hunters, so anything that signals playtime gets their attention. Words like toy, ball, or play often trigger an excited response, especially if you consistently pair them with their favorite games. Want to test this? Next time you grab a wand toy or a laser pointer, say play before you start. Over time, your cat will associate the word with fun and start reacting even before you show them the toy. Number 7, bed. See if your cat has a designated sleeping spot. They might recognize words related to bedtime. Many cats learn phrases like bed or sleep when they hear them repeatedly before being tucked into their favorite cozy spot. You can reinforce this association by using a soothing tone and pairing the word with gentle petting or a comfy blanket. Some cats even respond to good night as a signal that it's time to wind down. Cats may not respond to words the way dogs do, but they're far from clueless. They're expert observers who link words to experiences and react accordingly. So the next time your cat ignores you, just remember, they hear you. They're just deciding if it's worth their time. Want your cat to recognize more words? Try pairing them with positive experiences. And over time, you'll build a secret language that only the two of you understand.